Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new series on my channel. We're going to be playing Hades. This game is another roguelike. As you guys know, I love my roguelikes, and it's kind of like a Diablo meets roguelike sort of genre game. You've got to build yourself up and choose between skills and abilities, and basically the whole idea of the game is you are Hades' son and you're trying to work your way out of hell to find out what happened to your mother. It's a really cool concept, and originally I was just going to buy this game for myself. I'd seen people like Northern Lion and Retromation play it a lot, and it really looked interesting, so I thought I'd just give it a go, pick it up, try it myself, and I ended up liking it so much that I thought, this game fits my channel so well and I've been loving it so much, I just have to try it. Now I do want to preface this series with saying I do have around 15 hours or so in the game already, so I know the basics, and that's kind of what I wanted to do before I got into it, because this game does have a lot of complexities and ins and outs, and there's a lot of things to learn, so I thought I'd sort of give myself a good understanding. And as soon as I kind of realised and got my first win, I've had one win so far. Very difficult to win this game. I've had one win so far, and as soon as I got my win, I kind of realised this is a game I need to play on my channel. So I really hope you guys are ready for this, and we'll start off on our new save file. So let's go. Oh my god. Wow. Let's get in there. There's a lot of story in this game as well,
Few
so I'll leave
tales
this
are
to play
told
out.
of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
So here we are. So basically, this game is a roguelike, but it's got so much story to it. So that's one thing I did want to ask you. Do you guys want me to sit through the dialogue and learn everything and learn all the lore? I think we should, but it's really up to you guys. If you guys would rather me just play the roguelike as is, then that's what we'll do. But anyways, I'm going to explain a few things before we start off. First of all, this is going to be our build, our sort of the skills that we pick and everything. As you can see, this is an isometric game. It's by Supergiant Games, who created like a few of the really popular games. I'm losing them in my head right now, but most of you guys will know them. But yeah, so we've got our health here, we've got our little gem here, which is our right click. Our right click fires a little piercing thing, and if you hit something that's not an enemy, it just pops out. If you hit an enemy, it sticks in the enemy until the enemy is killed, and this is our way to travel to future rooms. Each room has a reward in it. Some rooms have multiple exits and multiple choices, and each different icon means a different thing. So this is going to be a boon. I can't remember the person's name that it's from, but we'll get into this room here, and we'll fight it out. My god, you know, the audio has jumped all the way up to full for some reason. I lowered it all down. So let's go voice up a little bit. Sound effect up a little bit. There you go, that's better.
I'm leaving. Try and stop.
There we go. Actually, that's still a little quiet, actually. Still a little quiet. So music up there. There. There you go. Okay. Oh, we got a message there. Nice one. I'll check that out in a moment. But anyways, we'll make our way through the room here. These are some of the devils. You can see we're getting crits and things. And you can actually deal more damage by pushing an enemy into a wall. If we strike this enemy into the wall, it'll deal more damage. So we'll see if we can show an example of that here. These things are going to die too quick anyways. And we can actually destroy things like these to knock things down from the sky into enemies, which is really nice. We've got our dash here, which is going to help us escape. We'll lock that into that guy, and as you see, it pops out as soon as he dies. And this is the way enemies spawn. Kind of a wave-based combat, much like something like Isaac or Gungeon in that sort of terms. There you go, you saw the wall damage there. We got 24 as a crit. It's a really good game, and as you guys know, a lot of you might know at least, I really like Diablo 3 and the Diablo genre, that type of game, and this game really makes you think of it. So here's going to be our first boon.
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I accept this message. So this is going to be a message from Athena.
Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
So Athena is the goddess of wisdom, and she helps with everything defensive. So she's going to give us a choice of 3 boons. So we can either attack and deflect, which will actually increase our attack's damage. We can cast and deflect, which will increase our cast damage, or we can dash and deflect, which increases our dash damage. I'm going to go for the dash because it's my favourite. Basically, as you can see, whenever we dash, we get these little shields around us that'll deflect any projectiles that come our way. and this is a chthonic key. The keys are a type of meta progression. So there is 3 forms of meta progression in this game. There are keys, gems. Well, actually, there's quite a lot. But early on, there's only 3. There is keys, there is gems, and there is darkness. And each one of them let you unlock different things that help you later in the runs. This game has a lot more meta progression, a lot more progression outside of the run than most games do. And I really like that, and the way that the game like upgrades as you go on is really good. You can see getting a lot of damage going there. So I'm not sure how we'll end up doing this first one. We've got no death defies. Eventually we can unlock things called death defies, which allow us to revive when we die. So we don't have any of those yet. So we could take another Athena's Blessing, or we could go for a Dionysus. I think it's Dionysus, which is the god of wine. I think we're going to go double Athena's, because normally the more blessings you can, like boons, I always call them blessings, the more boons you can get from one person, the usually better it is, because you can start to get some stacking effects, and like earn their favour sort of thing, and earn their trust, and then they'll help you out even more and give you higher level or higher rarity things, because as you saw in that last one we took, everything was a white rarity. You can go all the way up to legendary, a lot like a lot of other games. We'll take another one, another boon.
I accept this message.
So, this time, we've got the attack again. We've got the Holy Shield. After taking damage, we deal revenge damage. Or, your attacks can deflect and also make foes exposed. So, exposed means that whenever we hit hit an enemy from behind, that means we can deal a lot more damage. So, normally you get a little bit of extra backstab damage, but this is going to increase that. For now, I'm just going to increase our actual attack damage and go for some darkness here. Attack damage by 40% is a pretty big improvement for us. Considering I'm not really using my cast right now, we only have 1 usage of our cast so far. We can unlock more as we go on, but having only 1 use means that I think it's much more worthwhile for us right now to try and... Oh my god. Much more worthwhile for us right now to try and just use our main attack as of course as a limit. So now this is our first enemy that is armoured. A yellow health bar means they basically have 2 health bars. We've got an armoured health bar and a normal health bar. Normally the armour does take a little bit, it's got like a more resilience towards it. And here we go, we've got a Palm of Power. Palm of Powers, the pomegranate looking things, they let you upgrade an existing skill. So one of the boons we've already taken, we can upgrade. And basically it doesn't upgrade it in rarity, it just upgrades its level. So every boon has a rarity and a level, both of which can be upgraded in different ways. But basically that's just going to increase the overall effectiveness of it. So say we upgrade our attack one, it's not going to deflect more, because that's not possible. But what it is going to do is, instead of dealing 40% more damage, it might deal 50% more damage instead. So we'll see that now. Okay, it goes from 40 to 56. So I'm going to take that as that is the better thing. And we actually got boon info here. If we press B, we can actually check on all of those, check on the levels of each things. So now we've got a shop of which we only have 49 coins, so I don't think the shop is the right call. Or we could take some darkness, which we can help us in the next run. So I'm going to go for darkness. I'll try and... Oh my god. I'll try and go through as many of the rooms as we can. Oh, I did get hit there. Oh, I just got hit a lot. Wow, we have such low health. Such low health. Okay, that guy being armoured is not good. But yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of traps that do a lot of damage. We really need some healing. There is different ways to get healing, and this is technically one of them. This is max HP increased by 25, which actually gives us 25 HP with it. So technically, it's healing. But it is actually more than healing. It's 25 healing and HP. So they're actually fairly common. We've been getting unlucky, really, not seeing many of them. It's kind of best to take them, especially when your health is as low as mine is right now, and I could die this room. So another thing about this game is, like many roguelikes, you do start off very weak as compared to when you get some of the levels up from some of the items. Right now, we are relatively doomed to fail on the first floor, because we have no death defies, we have very low maximum HP, and very little, like, amounts of ways to heal. This is a way to get 100 gold, I believe, this door. 100 gold door. So there is many, many things to sort of dwell on right now, and the things that are going to be a problem for us. We're going to have to just try and make our way through. But we should hopefully at least make it to the first boss and see it. We might even be able to get maybe 2 or even 3, depending on if we die on the second one to the boss, attempts on this first run, because if we die to the first boss, the attempts are only going to be around 10 minutes each. So we got ourselves 100 gold. If we get a shop here, that'd be great. We haven't got a shop. We've actually got a mini boss fight tied to a boon. So we can choose the boon we want. In my opinion, this one is better. This is Poseidon? I think it's Poseidon. I prefer Poseidon. So Poseidon is all to do with knockback, and Dionysus, the wine guy, is all to do with poison. So I much prefer knockback because knockback is really good in this game. Knocking enemies into walls basically just increases the damage you're dealing to them, and that's always good. But these guys throw bombs at us. This shouldn't be too bad for us right now. Just keep wailing on him. There you go.
Anyone else? It's Uncle Number 2. It's got to be. Then, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I accept this message.
Ahoy there, little
Poseidon.
ladies. You recognize your uncle, do you not? We've a lot of catching up to do, but first things first. You get yourself out of that dour underworld. As for me, I'll see if I can stir things up a bit to cover your advance.
So, like, your sort of uncles and friends and family are all trying to help you get out as well. So, we've got a few things here. We can gain cast, we can gain more rewards as we go further, or we can just gain a random assortment of things. I'm going to go for the random assortment of things, mainly because it's going to heal us a little bit, but it's also going to help us get a lot of stuff that's going to help us in our future runs. Let's go for another cathodic key. And I think right now we need to be getting as much meta progression as possible. That's going to be really helpful for us. Getting hit by that guy is not good. So as the enemies get more and more armor, we start to overwhelm more and more. We don't have any particularly good attacks right now. Our cast is relatively terrible. The default cast is bad. Basically, what happens with the default cast is when it gets lodged in an enemy, you deal more damage to that enemy. But when you've only got one of them, it's very hard to use them effectively. And we get another key. Having 3 keys in this first run through is going to be very, very useful. We can actually try and deflect all of these guys' shots into him. There's a lot of damage there, as you can see. Luckily none of these are armoured. That guy is though. I've actually locked him onto the spikes there. These little things are traps. And I knocked him onto him and dealt damage to him through that. Damn, I got hit by one of those. Luckily, out. I hit by another. Oh my god, I'm taking a lot of damage here. A lot of damage. Let's get another key. And okay, so we do have health here, but we have a shop. Normally, when you're this far into the first floor, if you get a choice between something and a shop, that signifies you are 1 room away from the boss. So I'm going to go for the shop. We have 300, so we unfortunately get no healing, but we do get a Poseidon blessing here. So we'll go for Poseidon. By the way, that's another thing I wanted to ask. Do you guys want me... I'm going to go for this again, actually. Do you guys want me to sit through all of those and listen to like the whole dialogue, or would you rather me do what I just did there and skip through and just get on with the run? So here's the shop guy, Charon.
Why, good to see you, Charon, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and sure is awfully convenient to be running into you like this. I had all this coin I wanted to get rid of.
I do love the dialogue in this game, and then we'll go for this as well.
Cheers, mate.
We can upgrade our attack even further, and we can get 25 of those, because we don't really need the money anymore. And let's head through. This is likely going to be the end of us. We don't have too much damage.
Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
This is Meg.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
Apparently
Your
not.
father sent me. All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the
So
bad
our father
way.
is Hades himself.
What'll it be?
It'll be a
I'll have to
fight.
go with the painful way.
So, this boss is relatively difficult, especially at such low damage and such low health. We're going to have trouble, but I'll try my best. We do have the ability to deflect, but as you can see, she's dealt 13 damage to me immediately. The most difficult thing is, yeah, there you go, getting away in time, and unfortunately, we couldn't. We did not have the health to sustain that. We didn't have any death defies. We didn't have any casts. We weren't upgraded enough, but saying that, we made very, very good progress on our darkness and our gems. So this guy
Yes,
just
carry
mocks
on,
us
everyone. Don't mind me.
on how he died.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Thanks.
Indeed.
Back already?
Indeed I am, Father.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Good.
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight. Thank you
Exactly,
for asking.
see? Zagreus
So I'll
knows
just
what
be
it
on
is.
my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go. See for yourself.
Of course I will, Father. And here we've got Cerberus, the goodest of boys.
There's
Let's
a
pet
good
him.
boy.
Oh, please.
We can pet little Cerberus.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the underworld prince
Yeah, he
with
talks.
mixed emotions.
Well, kind of.
Purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
I love him.
You've returned.
And then here we
See
got
you, lad. Despite
Achilles.
the circumstances, remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
Indeed, take care. So, keep moving this way. Got these little ghosty boys here.
You have come home.
And... oh, hello.
Do not despair, and hold to your resolve, child. Tell me something. Has the goddess Athena thus been true to her word and her willingness to lend
She
you
was
her
indeed.
support?
She lent me 2 boons.
She has, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact and explained to her the situation that I'm in.
It gladdens me to hear it. Seldom do Olympians consort with those born of the underworld. Yet your circumstances seemed due cause for an exception. She shall make a powerful ally.
Thank you very much. And now we'll head into our quarters, into our bedroom.
Hey, room. I'm back.
So we've got
Not as
our
comfy
bed
as it looks.
that we can't sleep in yet. So this is another example of what I mean by should I listen to all the stories. Every now and again you'll see little areas like this in which we can listen to dialogue.
Of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it?
So here we've got our mirror of reflection,
Night
which
and
is where
darkness
we can
guide
actually
me.
start to gain some big bonuses while we're actually down there. So the first one we want by far is a Death Defiance. Each rank restores you to 50% of your HP one time when your total life is depleted, meaning when we die, we come back at 50% HP. One of the most important things, as you can see, it jumps right up to 500 on the second one, and gives you 10% damage when you strike foes from behind. So let's have a look. What do we want here? So basically, I'm going to take the Cathartic Vitality. Basically, each rank, when we walk through into the next room, we actually gain 2 life, which is actually really nice.
Done.
Now we can go through and enter here, which is going to be our like practice range chambers area. We've got various different weapons and things we can unlock. If you have a look here as well, I'll show something at the mirrors here. So we can go, oopsie, I thought I was going back through, I was actually just walking into a wall. We can go back through
My
to
escape
here,
route's back the other way.
and we can actually use keys to unlock these. So we can unlock Boiling Blood. Each rank gives 10% to attack and special damage to foes with the little gems in them. Each rank gives you +1 for your cast. That's very nice. We don't have any darkness to support that right now. Or we can use our keys on weaponry, which is exactly what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to buy is this shield here, which is possibly my favourite weapon. Shield of Chaos.
Shield of Chaos.
So now we have a
Real
shield.
Power.
And we have Skelly over here.
Window there.
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
He's literally a training dummy
I
that
don't
we can
remember having
smack.
you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
So we can basically just practice our skills on him. It tells us how to do everything. So we've got this attack here, where we can smack him like normal. Then we've got a Bull Rush, where we can charge. And then we've also got Q, where we can throw. And we can also go and look out into the city we'll be crossing.
I can do this. First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. Easier said than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg. The River of Flame ought to be just beyond. Find a way up to Elysium from there, and after that... Alright, let's give it another shot.
So, we're ready to go. We are ready to go. So, as you see, we haven't had the ability to spend our gems yet. That will come a little bit later. But for now, we get to go straight into the next run. And you'll actually see that on the start of a new run, you get a boon of some sort of upgrade immediately. I don't know if that actually happens straight away. There you go, look. So,
Is that
who I think it
him?
is?
Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Let's do it.
Greetings there.
Zeus himself.
Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he is not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Let's take his blessing. So, we've got three blessings available again, and as you'll see, they are similar to the ones of other people, similar to the boons of other people, but they do have some differences. So we can have our attack emits chain lightning, basically dealing damage to enemies around us. Our special causes a lightning bolt to strike nearby foes, which would be throwing our shield, or our cast fires a burst of chain lightning. Now, our cast upgrade is relatively useless now since we only have one use of cast, so I'm going to go with our special, our thrown shield. Whenever we throw our shield, enemies will get hit with an additional strike of lightning. We'll throw one at him, and then they'll get struck for 30. So that is going to up our damage from 15 per hit to 45 per hit, which is very nice. And then we can actually go and have a look at this as well.
Innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers. The underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Cool. And then we'll go and get another Cathonic key. So keys are going to be very important early on here. Very important indeed. So as you can see, our shield actually bounces between enemies as well, so it's going to be very powerful for us. The actual attack of this guy is also very powerful. I will show that off a little bit. There's a lot of knockback, does a lot of damage, as you can see. There's our first key. And we get a Palm of Power straight away, which is great because we only have one boon. It's not going to be a hard choice of what to upgrade. In fact, it's going to be a very easy choice indeed. Oh my god, neither of those died. Wow, I just got hit for half my HP. That was really bad. I should have been throwing the whole time. That was really bad. So now we get to upgrade this to just extra damage, which is lovely. And we get some more darkness. So we are going to get 2 HP per room we travel to now that we've lost some HP. But that was still incredibly poor play from me there. I lost basically all of my HP almost immediately. So that was not good at all. We're going to have to be a little more cautious until we can find some max HP. So we really don't want to be dying before we get to the boss. We want to be trying to make it... Even if we don't beat the boss, at least if we get to the boss, that means that we've gained quite a lot of darkness for our next run, things like that.
The underworld's power.
And here we get Dionysus. I believe it's Dionysus. This one's going to give us poison on certain attacks. Hopefully we can get poison on special, although usually it takes into account what boons you already have and gives you ones that won't make one boon too powerful, so you don't get overpowered too quickly. Although sometimes you get the low roll, and it does happen. You do end up getting some really, really powerful builds early on. I have had it happen. And this game's not sort of one of those ones where you unlock new people to find and new boons as you travel. Literally, you can, I believe, apart from some people like Hermes, you can find anyone at any time, and they all have the same amount of boons no matter what.
Revelry? People having a good time? Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I'll accept this message.
Nice. God of wine.
How's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
There you go. And he is going to give attacks inflict poison. When we gain a nectar, we actually gain plus 20 life, and we gain 1 nectar right now. I'm going to go for that because nectar is very valuable. What nectar does is it allows you to gift it to friends and or to trade them, and when you gift it to friends, they give you basically what are relics that you can take in with you at the start of a run that help you out. Some give you different bonuses, so we're going to take that, and this will give us a nectar that we can use, and also 20 max HP is pretty good. It's actually kind of better than anything else he was offering, because we're not using our attack enough to warrant the poison damage. So as you can see, we're getting a lot of enemies that have armor now. As you play more and more enemies get armored. But our damage is actually good enough to be absolutely fine with it. So I'm not that bothered, really. As long as we're hitting both of them with the throw attack, it's much more worthwhile for us to throw. So we're dealing much more damage, much more quickly. The range of the bouncing isn't exactly high. Like, they have to be quite close for it to bounce between them. I still think it's worth it. Also, when we throw our shield, it just destroys projectiles, which is nice. It doesn't deflect, just destroys. It's still good. Right. So, you may have noticed, up here, we have this, which is a little well shop thing. And we can use this to heal. So, I'm actually going to go for this, because this is very useful, and this as well, and buy both of those. That does mean that if we come across a shop later on, like this one, it's going to be less useful, because we have less gold. But I think the instant upgrade is going to be very, very useful for us. Because we're going to be getting more darkness at the end of this run. Well, we have more darkness for the end of this run, should I say. Which is going to get us close to our next Death Defy and plenty of other stuff. But it's also really going to help us with a small amount of healing. Albeit minor, as long as we don't get hit too much, we'll be pretty good here. And the thing is as well, we've got to try and upgrade our max HP, because Death Defiance works on max HP. It will restore us to 50% of our max HP. So the higher our max HP, the higher HP we come back with when we die. So that is something we have to think about. Ow. There's some max HP there, lovely. And we can now take a Poseidon or another Zeus. I'm going to go for another Zeus, because Zeus is helping us out quite a lot right now. As I said, when we get boons, we want to be trying to take more from the same person. At least from me, from my experience, that always seems to be a good idea. I may be completely wrong in that. I don't have too much time in this game. Like I said, I have only beaten this once, and it was a very powerful build. But, still. So there's actually a thing called a Daedalus Hammer, and they're like upgrades to your existing skills. And they are just the beefiest, craziest things you can get in this game, and one of them beat a run for me on its own, where on the one that I beat. I won't spoil what happened, we might end up getting something similar again, but it was very good. There you go, there's another killed. And see, we can actually gift to Zeus right now, so let's give one Nexus to Zeus.
Uncle, please accept this offering and all my gratitude.
Goodness, nephew, that's an offering indeed. I'm thankful for your piety to me, and as a show of generosity to you in turn, I present this.
So here we go. We get +1 favour with him, and we get the Thunder Signet. Now, different ones do different things, but the one for Zeus, I know for a fact, is you always start your run with a Zeus boon, like we did this run, and the Zeus boons have a 10% chance to be higher rarity, which is nice. So let's go for him and see what he has for us. All of them are rare, which is nice. So, we have the ability to make foes jolted. We have dash equals bolt damage or revenge damage. I'm going to go for jolted. That seems pretty decent. Basically, whenever we zap something with electric and we use our Q, basically, we'll get a little bit extra damage out of it because they will become jolted. As you can see, I think what it looks like jolted means is just after a set amount of time after being jolted, they take quite a lot of damage. So basically we can hit foes and then leave them to it and they will die. And then go after other foes. Which is really, really useful actually. Having them jolt, it basically means we don't have to focus on the little ones in the corners. We can go and focus on some of the more important, newly spawned, higher HP targets. Which is always good. Oh my god. Get jolt, fool. I love the way our throw looks as well. And we get a little bit more darkness there, lovely. And, okay, here we have the ability for a key, or the gems. I think a key is going to be better right now, simply because the key is going to give us better progression earlier than the gems are. The gems are helpful later, but not right now. I think that'll kill him. So this guy we have to focus on a little bit more. The jolted effect isn't quite going to kill him, so got to pay a bit more attention to him. One of them's down, other one's taking a beating there. And there you go, the Jolted actually finished him off. And there's another one gone. Oh, we got 2 keys that time.
Back at home.
I'm not exactly sure why we got 2 keys there. Maybe that's just a random occurrence, but I've not seen that happen before, I don't think. And here we go, got another Palm of Power. I'll probably try and upgrade our throat if we can. The only thing is, the more boons you gather, you only ever get 3 choices with your Palm of Power. So sometimes you won't get a choice for the thing that you want. You'll actually just get a choice for 3 boons that you don't care about too much. But in that case, you can actually sell some boons after killing a boss, which is really nice. So level up. We've only got 2, so I'm just going to go for extra special damage on the electric, which is going to be really nice. And here, we can go for the shop, or we can go for the HP. As I said, because we have a Death Defiance now, I want the extra HP. But after this room, we will be onto the boss. I do think we have a much better chance at the boss now, because we have better range damage by quite a margin. And we also have higher damage and a Death Defiance, and high HP. So I think everything about this situation is much better for the boss. We actually got a shop anyways here. As I said, you always seem to get a shop before the boss. And we can heal up, we can buy darkness. I'm going to go for darkness and a heal.
Hey, Carol.
There you go. Ha.
Great.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
Let's do it.
I can reckon quite a bit.
Yep. So, we're going to want to be keeping our distance, but here's Meg again.
Ever stubborn, aren't you? Maybe my whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come.
Right, so basically I'm hoping that Jolted damage and the initial blast of electric damage does us a decent amount of good here. We want to be keeping our distance because she does that attack where she does that little circle around her. She's gone invincible now and spawned some enemies around her. And we want to kill those as quickly as possible. That's the attack we really want to watch out for. That does a lot. And as soon as she does that, she tries her little swinging ability. Oh my god, she's firing off a lot of shots here. One of them. I want to get my ability back so I can lodge it in her again. Damn it, what have I done? What have I done? That was stupid. Oh, she's done it twice in a row. But we might have got her here. We're doing really well. Oh, damn. Yeah, we definitely having this range ability of the shield is really, really aiding our ability to kill her here. And this is where it shows that I've definitely played the game before, because I know how to dodge this woman. When I first played this, I must have died for about 10 times. But I think it's going to make it better for you guys watching, especially those of you that have watched the game or know the game, because you're not having to sit through me fail over and over and over again. But there you go, we got Titan Blood there, which can be used later on to upgrade some of our weaponry, and we can head through to the next floor. We actually get a free heal at the end of every floor.
How did you?
And we get a free shop here as well. Doesn't have anything I want. And we can sell any boons. I don't want to purge anything, to be honest. I would rather keep everything we have. We do need money, but we've only got 2 boons. And we're on to the next floor. This floor really steps up in difficulty. I mean, they all do, but this one is a big step up. You have a lot more environmental danger. There's lava everywhere. We're into Asphodel now. But also the enemies are just much tankier and deal a lot more damage. So we do have to be a lot more careful here. We can't be as careless. Our health is still really good. Like, we've managed to get a decent amount of extra HP. But as you can see, enemies that were actually mini-bosses, albeit he wasn't armored, but enemies that were mini-bosses on the last floor are now normal enemies. So we're having to be much more careful here. And as you can see as well, the sheer amount of enemies is much higher. And we don't actually get any better boons, or I don't think any more either. I don't think we get any more runes or anything like that. Just depends on the choice we get and the random encounters we come across. There we go, we get that one done. We get 100 gold, that's really nice actually. So let's go and find out where exactly we need to be leaving here. We got health straight up, just HP. We have a key, or we have darkness. I'm going to go for the key. And the key is going to be the most important for us right now. We need to unlock weapons. We need to unlock new things to, like, buy at the mirror. We have a lot to do with keys right now. We definitely want to be getting higher up in those. I definitely want to be getting my casts all the way up to 3. Wow, that was bad damage. If we can get our casts all the way up to 3 casts, which is the maximum we're allowed to buy, that'll make buying casts from, like, taking them as boons much more valuable and make a lot more sense for us. But right now, it's just not worth it.
I can use this to unlock a weapon.
You can.
Let me see.
Got a shop or another key. I am going to go for the shop rather than the key here. I do believe we can get quite a big benefit from this shop. We have 185, which is enough for at least a boon. And unfortunately, there's no boon for sale. Although there is max HP, which is very nice. And we can go and get a Dionysus Blessing here. Although this is one where we're required to kill a mini-boss. And this is the mini-boss I hate most in the entire game. It's Medusa.
That's a problem.
I hate it. Basically, she's got crazy high armor. Her shots turn you into stone. And you see that big shadow above my head? That thing just lands on you every now and again and deals crazy damage. So, and also the fire shoots at you. So, that's nice. Yeah, this is a very difficult and time-consuming mini-boss here. Once you get a shield down, though, she's not so bad. The big guy up top is still a pain in the ass because he's very difficult to hit. Luckily, our shield is actually bouncing at him whenever he lands, which is really nice. So we killed the face. We basically just got to wait for him to try and land on us and then go for him. Just stand still. Dive away. Stand still. Dive away. There you go. He actually died by landing on some fire, I think. We get another Dionysus Blessing here. So we can go for a cast that lobs a festive fog. We get extra, well, we get HP if we fall below a threshold, or we get attacks inflict poison. I'm going to go for the festive fog, even though I was just talking about how pointless it is to take casts. I do think even one festive fog, I always call it hog, festive fog, is enough to make it pretty decent. Basically, it just lobs a little thing like that, look, and that does a pretty good amount of damage, and a pretty decent radius as well. And also, the little gem doesn't lodge into enemies, so as you can see, 150 damage there. Pretty good. But yeah, we can basically just like use it whenever because we can get the thing straight back. There's a bit more darkness. And this is my favourite person to get boons from, Artemis. Artemis is, I don't know if she's the god of hunting or goddess of hunting. I'm not exactly sure what she's the goddess of, but she always gives things that are to do with critical hits, and I always love them. I think they're really, really good, and it usually is the thing that leads to my strongest builds. So whenever I come across her, I always try to take a boon from her. Hopefully we get something of a decent rarity. She does have some bad boons, some ones that aren't that good, but the vast majority of them are quite helpful, and one of them that just adds base crit chance is fairly common and very helpful. Although it's lower rarity, some of them can only add 2% crit chance. Hopefully we get a rare one that, like I think it's an epic one that has 5%. That'd be the best, like the best for us. Let's take it.
There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Have a look.
I heard about you.
Goddess of the Hunt.
I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
Let's see. So we've got dash damage, that's one of her worst ones. We've got an arrow, or we've got base critical chance. I'm going to go for the Seeking Arrow. Whenever we attack, cast, or special, we fire a Seeking Arrow. That's very useful.
Could use some company now that she mentions
Let's get some extra HP here.
The hunt sounds handy too.
Nice. Thank you for the free HP upgrade. It's going to be very, very nice.
Having traversed the flaming river Phlegathon to gain this vantage point, relentless Zagreus must now confront a foe of unimaginable savagery who lies ahead, waiting patiently.
We are on the boss already. Wow. We're on the second boss already. So the second boss can be a pushover, but it depends on your build. I think he's the weakest boss in the game, but he is the little Hydra, the Burn Hydra. I think he's the weakest boss in the game, but I think he can be the strongest. It really depends if you have the right stuff, because he spawns minions, and they can do a lot of damage. And the thing that makes him easy is these pillars here. We should really get rid of those pillars because he just misses you every single time with his attacks. As you can see, I'm taking these out fairly easily. Oh my god, I'm taking damage from him. But yeah, his projectiles are fairly slow. Got hit by another one. My god, I'm getting hit a lot actually. Oh my god, but yeah, we are surely to die on the next floor if we make it past this boss, because the next floor kicks up another big notch, and we don't have any extra death defies. We've actually got a pretty good run going here. The whole jolted thing we've got is really, really good. Although I am taking a lot of damage right now. A lot of damage indeed. Oh my god. Oh my god, I got hit by that. I keep trying to dodge and dodging the wrong way. I am playing mouse and keyboard, by the way, if you haven't noticed already, the mouse here. I do find it better on this game, although a lot of people prefer controller, and wow, I shouldn't be talking. I just lost so much HP. As I said, this is actually not a very good build for this, because the builds you need to make this work is high burst damage, so you can kill these guys quickly, and we're just not doing that right now. Got another one. We do have a death defy, which is going to bring us to, like, 70? No. Like 90 HP, I think, something like that. 85 HP, something like that, I think. Oh my god, he got me again. Calm down. Oh my god, did I get hit again? No, I didn't. Good. Arrows are really helping us out there. As you can see, they're just dealing extra damage. Oh my god, I got hit twice. I'm on 1 HP. I'm really bad at moving out of the way of that, like, jumping thing in time. I never notice he's doing it. So, pretty obvious we're going to lose our death defy here. We managed to kill one of them without losing it. And luckily our little bouncy boy is moving around the screen and saving us quite a lot. Oh, there you go. There's our death defy gone. Unfortunately, one of these guys got in and hit me. So we'll come back at 85 HP, which is actually pretty decent. Almost there with the kill. Oh my god, that's a lot of boys. He spawns quite a few ads. It really depends. Sometimes he spawns none of them skeletons. Sometimes he spawns an absolute ton of them. Luckily, all these little bombs these guys are spawning are just getting instantly destroyed. Oh my god, I got hit by the bounce again and the skelly. Oh my god, I'm actually taking a ton of damage here. Oh no, another 7. We're so close to dying here. I need to dodge more. Come on, die. Ah, there's an enemy spawn. Did I miss one of those things? I thought my little bouncy boy would have got it. Oh no! Oh my god, that was actually a pretty bad fight for me. I'm a little rusty. I haven't played in like a week actually. More than a week, like 2 weeks. I played quite a lot before Christmas, played a little bit when I got back, and haven't played since then. But yeah, unfortunately that's a death there, but that's fine. We've got plenty more to unlock, plenty more ways to progress, and we got a lot of darkness that run, so let's make our way through Hades' house.
Back there, but it's sure been busy lately. Why, somebody else came through just earlier. You should have seen the look on my face when it wasn't you.
Who was it?
Glad to keep things interesting.
Oh, there he is. This is our boy. So with this guy, we can get our little gem things.
Work authorized. A fountain chamber.
So this
TARTARUS sounds like an excellent idea.
Is a way to actually introduce new things into the underworld. When we go down, there'll be new things to come across. So let's go for that one. We've got 2 of them in one go, which is nice.
Ought to be a little livelier with this.
You think the contractor is going to help you?
Shut up, father.
Shade to your immediate left there, father. Already found someone new to do the busy work, and here I thought
I just spoke to him. We know him. He's the contractor.
That Shade boy is my newly designated contractor, one whose responsibility is to work on this house. Though who shall pay for everything my subjects here demand, I do not know.
Me, I guess. God damn.
You're trying to guilt me into funding the exorbitant furnishings you desire.
He is indeed.
Perhaps once we are finished with repairs for all the carnage you have sown throughout my realm, then we might finally have time for all the needed renovations that have piled up.
God damn it, father. Right, go talk to Ares as well. Is that Ares? Achilles, sorry.
I've known great men throughout my life, and I can always tell when someone's better than their circumstances. Fight like I'd fight out there.
I will.
I'll give them hell as you once did, Achilles. Though doubtless many of the shades who stand against me first arrived in Tartarus because of you.
Right, we'll go speak to our mother woman, whoever she is. She's not our mother, but she seems like it.
Trust that the mirror in your bedchamber has proved satisfactory, dear child.
Indeed it has.
Better than I could have possibly imagined, Nyx. You mentioned
Wait, no, she is our mother.
I could do once I had grown accustomed. I think I'm ready for that now.
It shall be as you wish.
Appreciate that.
New ability, refund points spent.
The prodigal son returns. Everyone's saying I went easy on you, Zag.
I'm sure you did.
Don't worry, Meg. I eventually managed to get home the painful way after all.
Look, I have a reputation to uphold. You get past me again like that, you best go all the way. Now leave me be and don't think you're gonna be so lucky next we meet out there.
Okay, Meg. Let's go into our room and start to reflect on our mirror. Right. Still can't use our bed. There's a point where we can use our bed.
The mirror's grown in power.
Right.
Thank you, Nyx.
So, I'm gonna go with this.
More ways to grow my strength.
And go with an extra 2. So that's on max now. So now we've got all of the ones we can get. And I'll put that to max as well. And that's going to be a good usage of everything. And we can come through here. And I think that's going to be a really good place to leave this off. We can actually go and check. So as you can see, Thunder Signet, the next boon you'll find will be from Zeus. His blessings have a 10% chance to be higher. Once we've cleared 25 encounters, it ranks up to 15% and then up to 20% at the next rank. Everything can get up to rank 3. As you can see, there's a lot of them for all of the different NPCs in the game. And we're going to put that on for now. I won't keep this on every run, even if it's our only one, because I don't want every run to be based around Zeus. And I'll go in next time with our sword as well and do another sword run. In fact, let's do a bow run. I'm not that big of a fan of the bow, to be honest.
Let's deal some death.
I think the bow can be kind of difficult to use, but it is actually decent once you get used to it. So we'll go next time with the bow, but I think that's going to be a good point to leave off this first episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this series and support this this game and me playing it, because I'm really enjoying it, and I really hope all of you guys are enjoying it as well. And I will see you guys in the next one.